Major escalation in Lebanon as the situation there is spiraling out of control. Both sides are bombarding each other increasingly, and we are probably going to be seeing the spark of a major regional war start in the coming days or weeks. And confirmed that more and more national chains here in the United States are switching to online ordering, particularly the pickup of food. You order online and you pick it up at the store without actually going into the store. We also have construction updates. We have Walmart updates. We have grocery and hospital updates. Everything is turning south at the same time. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates. These are reports coming in from all over the United States as well as all over the world on supply chain issues, what you're seeing at stores, and what you're hearing at your workplaces. Please do keep your reports coming in. Just use the word update on any comment on this channel. That gets it to the right place. Appreciate all of you guys and all your hard work. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. Makes it all possible. They do retirement accounts, but they don't do stocks. They don't do bonds or risky things. They buy physical metal coins, gold, silver, platinum coins. They sit in an actual vault. And when you take a retirement distribution, you don't get some random amount of cash that's going to go bad, but you actually get the coins that you purchased in the first place. There'll be a link at the end of the video to get some more information from Genesis Gold. Jonathan and his team would love to answer your questions, and they don't pressure you. They just give you information. All right, so what is going on over in Lebanon? So Lebanon, of course, butts up against Israel, and Hezbollah, which is backed by Iran. Iran's giving them all sorts of missiles and weapons and everything like that. They continue to fire missiles and artillery into Israel, making the northern part of Israel uninhabitable. These people have been out of the area for months and months. People have had to abandon their homes, and they cannot go back because their entire area is being bombarded. And so Israel keeps bombing them back and hitting them back. And they just hit a major ammunition warehouse in Sidon. You may have heard in the Bible, Tyre and Sidon, right? And this area is 38 miles from the border. We're talking a pretty deep area. It's halfway to Beirut. The fact that Israel's bombing that far up is telling. And you may have seen the video out there of the giant mushroom cloud from the artillery shells and rockets exploding. But now it seems like an Israeli invasion into southern Lebanon is all but inevitable. Even Israel's defense minister said that they need to push Hezbollah back behind the Litani River. Now this is referencing back to Operation Litani in 1978, where 25,000 Israeli soldiers entered southern Lebanon. They were joined forces there with the army of South Lebanon, and the UN then told them to withdraw, which they did, and the UN sent in some peacekeepers there for 6 months or whatever. But then Israel reinvaded in 1982, and again in 1993, and again in 1996, and again in 2006. So is this unprecedented, them invading southern Lebanon? Definitely not. They've done it 4 times so far, and it's looking like it's going to be a 5th soon. And don't hold your breath for Israel to withdraw. They've gone in enough times that I think that Israel is of the opinion that once they go in this time, they're going to just keep it and turn it into a buffer territory for forever. And that's what we're looking at here, and Lebanon will not be happy about that. The United States just rejected another ceasefire demand from the UN, and the United States is the only one to actually veto it. So pressure across the world is mounting against Israel. They realize that their time is almost up. If they're going to need to do something to secure their borders, I mean, the southern border of the United States is a big issue, but we don't have to evacuate, like 20 to 30 miles deep into the United States because the Mexicans are firing rockets at our cities, our towns, and people's farms. This is a situation that the United States does not understand at all. And this is very viscerally real for the people of Israel. And do not be surprised. They're telegraphing it at the highest levels. Even French and United States diplomats who are trying to settle this through peaceful means, I've all keep saying, we don't think this is working. The peace process is not working. Nothing's happening. It seems like Hezbollah is trying everything it can to provoke Israel to invade, and it looks like it's going to work. Ballistic tip says, my local Walmart in Farmington, Missouri lost all freezers last night, and everything is now empty. We're seeing increased problems with refrigeration, freezers, refrigeration units. The parts are breaking, and a lot of times those banks are linked to each other. So not to get back into the technical details of different banks, different kinds and stuff like that, but that's why sometimes you'll see whole banks go out all at once, is because they are linked to each other. They use the same coolant system, and so when the coolant system goes, that whole section is out of commission. So a lot of times they use fans to just kind of move it around. Karen says in Middle Tennessee, we have new construction everywhere. No idea how this is happening or why. We can't get on a schedule for plumbing unless it's an emergency due to a shortage of plumbers locally and electricians. So lots of new construction in certain areas of the country, right? Certain areas of the country are just booming. And Tennessee is one of those areas that's booming. People are moving out of New York. They're moving out of Pennsylvania. They're moving out of these, let's just put it this way, blue states. They're moving out of blue states and they're moving into red states. And that's just what's happening. There is lots of construction happening down in Florida, lots of construction happening down in Texas. It's just what's happening. Housing prices are going to be plummeting more and more in some of these blue state areas. So if you're in an area where housing is booming, I mean, it's good for business, so be happy about it. But yeah, expect property prices to continue to rise, and it will be hard to find people, skilled tradesmen or tradeswomen, right? Vlad says, no, not that Vlad. This is our Vlad, right? This is unusual. Went to get a new holster for my wife's wireless lead slinger. Wireless lead slinger. I like it. From Amazon. Amazon and anyone else selling them on Amazon won't ship to a Colorado address. Tried a few addresses to make sure it wasn't just me. No new laws I can find. Other places will ship no problem. But Amazon is not shipping holsters for your wireless lead slingers. Make sure you have a few wireless lead slingers around. It's great. It's great that you don't have to plug them in. You know what I mean? Midmo Patriot says, had a blood clot and went to the ER and waited 5 hours. They didn't have any rooms available, and they did my diagnosis in the hallway. Finally got home 12 hours later. We're in trouble in central Missouri. Overheard staff saying that they were also out of pillows. How do you run out of pillows? Like, you can literally send somebody to Walmart or Target to buy pillows. Now I know, no, that's not the kind of pillows. Yeah, but that's the kind of initiative that we're losing. The bureaucracy is beyond insane these days, especially in government institutions, but also it's infiltrating medical. People are like, we want socialized medicine. Friends, in the United States, we already have it. That's why it doesn't work. They're trying to socialize it more and more and more to the point where it doesn't work, so that everyone will be like, well, what other thing can we do? They're trying to force us by breaking the system to the point where people will accept just about anything. Kramit Dreams says, my husband works for the city. The city trucks needed their batteries replaced. They went to AutoZone and Koi Parts. In both stores, all the batteries were dead on the shelf. They didn't have any charge. Every battery they had in the store. Was there a kid going around like putting wires to them? I don't know. Every battery that was made in 2023, all dead. They drove to Advanced Auto Store and was able to find some, but that was very, very strange. This is in Ohio. Anyone else seeing issues with car batteries? I don't know. Let us know down in the comments. Once again, just keep sending your updates in. Smangle says, my husband works at Walmart distribution, so a distribution center, one of their warehouses. They don't call them warehouses because they don't warehouse stuff. They just move stuff in, they scoot it around, and they ship it back out the other side to all the different Walmarts. But that is in Orange County, Virginia. Walmart is cutting the floor worker hours. They used to get 60 hours a week. They have been cut to 50. Not moving as much stuff, friends. Not moving enough stuff. Now, they didn't just put a hiring freeze on. They're actually cutting the hours of the people who are working there right now. Karen says, food bank used to provide produce, protein with the food boxes, and also canned food. The food bank now has very little produce and no protein. The food is mostly junk food now and processed food. The boxes they put the food in are now much smaller. The food bank shelves are very bare. Their main donation came from Sam's Club and Walmart. This is Kanawha County, West Virginia. There's food assistance. There's assistance when times are good. But when times get bad, that assistance disappears. And that's what we're seeing right now is all the assistance. When you need it the most and you look around for help, there won't be anyone to help. This is why we say you must prepare for hard times in the good times. If you don't prepare in the good times for the hard times, when the hard times come, everyone else is in hardship too. They won't be able to help you. But if you prepare well enough during the good times, you may just have some extra that you can help other people. And if you're a savvy person as well, you can make investments in the hard times, if you have enough extra, that you can really come out ahead. This is what the rich and the powerful do. But if you can do this on a small scale, you can make some investments that will really reap you a lot of benefits in the long term. If we ever come out of things. I mean, there's that too, right? Joan says, Phoenix, Arizona Kroger store yesterday. Fruits and vegetables were low. This is in Arizona. This is where they grow all this stuff during the winter time, right? Fruits and vegetables low. Almost none. No peppers, no bagged lettuce, no blueberries, and very few strawberries. Milk was almost gone. Creamer was gone. 1 dozen eggs left on the shelf, and that's it. We're seeing serious issues, and it's rolling from Arizona and California across the country. If you're on the East Coast, expect things to be getting bad in the next couple weeks, especially with produce as well as fruits, fresh fruits. The Blonde Patriot says, Connecticut, I work for a wholesale construction building material company, and we've been very slow. Our local Walmart, once again, this is Connecticut, a blue state. Our local Walmart has no fresh produce, thankfully. But thankfully, we have 2 other grocery stores in town. But they're higher priced, of course. Mail theft is now rampant at distribution locations. So be careful about what you send. I just made it to my mailbox. I have a P.O. box in the description, and you can find that up on the page description as well. And some of you guys have sent me some stuff. Thank you. I got a couple Valentine's cards too. That was very nice. But a few of you have sent me some things. I've gotten a number of books from you guys. But I appreciate everything. But be careful what you're sending through the mail, right? Mail theft is rampant at distribution locations. Not just in blue states, but everywhere now. Our company and many of our vendors and customers have had their checks stolen and copied. to try and scam the bank using mobile deposits. That's happening, friends. David says, Northern California, state of Jefferson. Stopped by my Dollar Tree today, and they had a small table set up at the door with a help wanted sign, a legal pad to leave name and number, and some job description flyers. Decided to take a peek. Imagine my surprise to find almost 3 full pages of people looking for work in this booming economy. Yes, that's what we're told. Mind you, this is a city probably of less than 5,000 people. Not as many jobs out there as they are telling us. If you're applying to Dollar Tree, it means you probably can't get a job somewhere else. The Last Pirate says Walmart yesterday only had a few cartons of bougie eggs. I love that. Bougie, as in bourgeoisie, right? Eggs available, the real fancy stuff. Smaller store in my area had a few eggs, but not many. Local farmers are raising their prices as well. This is going to be in Middle Georgia, by the way. An election will not fix the problems on day one. That's true. The problems that are happening, a lot of this is from the bureaucracy. And changing the people at the top won't filter down to the bureaucracy unless we get somebody like the new president of Argentina, who just started firing whole departments. He just went in and during his campaign, he was getting a chainsaw out and he was like, "This is what I'm going to do to the government." And he's done it. He's balanced the budget in Argentina. It's amazing. In just a few weeks, he has managed to balance the budget by basically firing whole segments of the government. He's like, if you're part of this department, we're just firing you all. Everyone. There's videos of him in front of a whiteboard with like Post-its of the different departments. He's just like ripping them off. He's like, this one, we don't need this one. He's just like throwing the departments like, he's like, we're gone. We need somebody like that. But is that really going to happen here in the United States? Fat chance so far. Continuing on, The Last Pirate. An older lady came into the Dollar General after the credible threat story about the Russian nuclear. One, it's not up there yet. It's going to be launched sometime. And two, it's designed to take out satellites, okay? It's not designed to take out the U.S. or whatever. I mean, they have other weapons that do that. They are plenty capable of destroying the United States already if they want to. But what they want to do is they want to take out satellites with laser weapons up in orbit. Nuclear-powered laser weapons, okay? But this person heard about the credible threat story. She was excessively purchasing, but all the wrong things. We had a quick prep conversation, and she left with all the essentials to get started. Friends, when I say help people if you can, sometimes, and a lot of times, the most valuable thing you have is not your stuff. It's information in your head. If you've been watching preparedness videos, if you've been learning about how to get set up, you can help people so much if they're willing to listen. And I know that's the really crucial point there, is that most people aren't willing to listen. Wyo Gal says, I spoke to the assistant director of my local grocery store yesterday. He told me that just like Walmart, the company's future plan was to have all grocery orders ordered online for pickup. This other grocery store going to do it as well, not just Walmart. All groceries ordered online. They want to make in-person shopping a thing of the past. I've heard about Walmart wanting to do this, but I didn't realize other stores would follow suit. They do not want you inside, friends. They do not want you inside, because then you can complain. Then you can sit there and pick through the produce and say, I don't like this produce. I like that produce. I don't like that produce. They don't like you doing that. They want to just be like, here you go. That's all you get. And you don't get to complain to anybody about it. You're going to take what you got. All right, friends, please do keep your updates coming in. If you want to get some more information about Genesis Gold and what they can do for your retirement accounts to solidify them and make them safer, there's a link right here. Just fill out your information and they'll get in contact with you. If you want to check out another video from the channel, there's one right up there. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.